And there's like something going on in there at the moment. I'm not sure if you can relate, but it kind of feels like electric, like the atmosphere, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But maybe it's got, I'm thinking of like two words. Doughdash. There are a few things currently taking the world by storm. One of them is Bryan Cranston reprising back his role as Heisenberg.
You gotta be kidding me.
And there's doughdash. Hello everybody and welcome back to another podcast. My name is Aly Kat Pink, aka Aly Kat, and this is the Aly Kat Podcast, where we like to talk about mental health, well-being, and tips and tricks for content creators and streamers. Alright, so before we get into the podcast, don't forget to like the video and subscribe and all that good stuff, because it really helps the algorithm and it also helps me grow in my community as well. I'm trying to reach out to as many people as possible, and if you've got any suggestions for another podcast, or if you'd like to come on and get featured, let me know in the comments and I'll be back in touch with you. I'll try and get around back to everybody. So thank you ever so much for the support so far. We are growing steadily but surely. And also big thanks to my Twitch community who have come over here and started following me as well. It's absolutely awesome. And all the new YouTube friends as well. Love you all. Couldn't do that, you lot. Okay, so in tonight's podcast, we're going to talk about doughdash. We're going to introduce who she is and what's important for you as a content creator to really understand what's going on right now on YouTube, because it's absolutely wild. We're then going to wrap up by looking at some other examples to how people have been inspired by her and what we can do to keep this going, this momentum, because right now, this is the right time. It's not just my time, but it's your time too. If you're watching this, it's your time right now, believe me. I can feel it. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so who is doughdash? doughdash is a rising YouTuber known for her energetic personality and transparent honesty in tackling the tough 9-to-5 grind and everyday life struggles. She worked as a food delivery driver for company DoorDash, hence the name doughdash. But now recently she's turned into a full-time YouTuber. Okay, so from my personal opinion on this, and also being British, sometimes like we're quite far removed from things happening across the pond, but people's stories on social media can really touch us on a very personal level, and it kind of feels like home. I think that doughdash represents everyday struggles for a normal person, you know, with bills, debts, aspirations of becoming like a full-time content creator, where you can express yourself to your own wonderful community. And it's things like that that keep the dream alive. Right, so there's another thing happening at the moment as well, which is right now on YouTube, there is a big trend in the algorithm, as they say, in 2024, with niches. In particular, one about how to be a content creator. So what you've got is this weird kind of like collection of content creators who are searching YouTube on how to be a content creator, but at the same time they're trying to create content as well. So we're all sort of like going to like these areas for advice and tips, and there's going to be people at different levels. Now I've got a video coming out about how content creation works and how support works in two different structures, which I will link to in the description. Right, I think one of the reasons why she's doing like amazing at the moment is because she hits quite a few niches in one. Let me explain. So I did mention about there is a niche right now about content creators that are searching for how to create content and how to optimize a channel. But there's also a few other niches that she combines almost effortlessly with how she's doing it. One of them is being over 40 and being a YouTuber. So I'm not sure whether or not there was like any stigma attached to it before, but I know for a lot of people, they need to see like somebody they can relate to who's also doing it, and that can be like the driving force into doing something, right? So I'm in that category too. I'm over 40, I'm actually 44. Okay, so I started my streaming journey back on Twitch almost a few years ago now, but I'm a Twitch affiliate, and I got over 1,500 followers, so I'm sort of building it up. And the thing is, these things take a while. But when you see someone else who's like your age or around your age, right, and they're doing it, it inspires you as well. So we've got all this content for content creators where they're searching YouTube to try and improve our channels. But at the same time, there's some people who have never been on YouTube, some people have never been on any social media platform, and Doughdash's story is inspiring them just to get on it and start doing something. But it's interesting because most people, when they start to experience the snowball effect, they don't tend to pass on their tips, tricks and their secrets to everybody, like the public. And that's where Doughdash is different, because she's touched people on a very personal level, but also just tells you straight up how to do it. And if we're watching her videos as content creators, we're going to be resonating with that. It's going to have an effect on us. We're going to feel like this is something very special, because this doesn't usually happen. Usually people rise to the top and there's a lot of people that get left behind. But it seems like she's got this attitude where everyone can be inspired, which makes it so interesting. As content creators, obviously we want to make our communities grow and flourish, but there also needs to be like a togetherness filled with these things. Like some people like to work like solo, so it wouldn't really work, but others, like me, want to be part of a team. We want to be able to do something extraordinary and reach others and touch others and, you know, make sure that light continues. That's what I like to do on a personal level. So Doughdash incorporates those things. So she's got a strong work ethic and she's been posting for a long time. Okay, this isn't new for her. She's been having this YouTube account and posting shorts and long form content for a while. So it all seems now like it's a big snowball, but these things were in place like years ago. This is another thing. With being a content creator, some of these things are not instantaneous. If you go back to her earlier videos, you'll know that you'll see like lower views, whereas you go to the new ones and the views are absolutely insane. Alright, so what we're going to do is going to have a look at her page, and I'm just going to play like just a few like clips from her videos. I would encourage you to drop this beautiful young lady a follow. She's actually changing the algorithm, if you ask me, because the algorithm is learning everything to do with her subjects and where her fan base is coming from. I'll give you some live examples as well. Okay, so we're on Doughdash's page at the moment, and she's got 43.2k followers and she's got 308 videos, which is absolutely amazing. The time recording this video is the 24th of October 2024. Alright, so as we're going down to videos, you can see that she's got a member list as well, which, if you remember, it means that you're paying her like a subscription, like per month, and that's different from the normal regular free sub. I imagine with the memberships there'll be exclusive like content, like behind the scenes stuff, but if you want to show some love, you know where to go. It's awesome. Okay, you gotta remember as well that she only recently got monetized, and there's a whole video explaining the whole process. This is what I'm talking about. Like, she is exceptional in explaining what's going on. She's so transparent about it, and you will see like a lot of YouTubers, they are not like that. They don't tell people like how they do it. And the other thing as well, like, you're potentially going up against people who've got lots of equipment that's ready to go, and she's doing this with a phone, like, pretty much. Alright, so her latest video, it's called Finally Got New Shoes, and it says YouTube check deposited. We're going back to the oldest video on her YouTube, and this is something that I wanted to like put attention to, because this was done 4 years ago. Now, I don't know what you were doing 4 years ago, but I don't know if you created a channel yet or you had the idea, but some of us weren't really in that zone 4 years ago. But Doughdash was actually producing videos back then. Okay, so you can see like the title of it. It says $400 to $1,000 in 46 days doing DoorDash, and she's put hashtag DoorDash food delivery and put Dasher. Okay, so that one is like on 1.2k views 4 years ago. Absolutely awesome. And as you can see, she's just kept the momentum going. She just hasn't stopped. She doesn't stop at all. Okay, so there's like a few different thumbnails there, and she just keeps going. And you can see like some of the views are like a few hundred, but guess what? She just kept on going. You can see here like she's changed up the thumbnails, and so they look really good. Okay, so it just keeps going. She literally keeps going. You are talking about someone who has been consistently posting for the last 4 years. Absolutely unreal. I'm going to the popular one now, and if you just look at this, right, all you need to do is literally spare like half an hour, if you got it, just to watch a few of these videos, because if you just watch all of them, they all tell a story, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, right? Because you're seeing someone with genuine emotion and genuine reaction deal with these things on a day-to-day basis. So that's another reason why I think that she's so popular. Okay, so let me just play like a video that I watched. It was the first one that I watched a few days ago, right? And it really touched me because I could also imagine being in that situation. And I think a lot of us, especially if you're an empath like how I am, we really do feel things. Okay, so this one here, right, from a few days ago. Alright, so before we get into this, the title is called I Finally Got My YouTube Check. Now, you will see that there is no description that's been added to the video, right? And it's had like well over 17,000 views on it. And this was literally like 3 days ago. It's absolutely insane. Like, you get a lot of people talking about SEO and all that stuff. And I think what happens is when you get to a certain point and then your followers are then just pushing anything that you do, I think that's when you start to change the algorithm. How many YouTube videos have you seen where someone says you don't have to put a description? That's exactly what I'm talking about. She's like changing things. Okay, so I'm going to play this for like a little bit. I can't play like the full 9 minutes, but it's just to give you like a little taster of what it's like to watch, just to give you a taster of what it's like to watch doughdash. Okay.
Okay, so I'm about to check and see if it's here, because a couple people have mentioned that it has deposited into their account. And then some people say they won't get it till tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, I'm talking about my YouTube AdSense check. I'm hungry. And it's 11:30 in the morning on Monday. And so I'm hoping it's here. I'm hoping I don't have to wait until tomorrow until I get it, because if I have to wait until tomorrow, I just gotta wait. So, man, hold on.
Alright, so just to give you like an example of like what's on her channel, it's very, very personal. It's just day-to-day stuff. It's stuff that me or you will be experiencing as well. And so I think that's another reason why she's done amazing. Much love going out to doughdash. Okay, so we've gone through the fact that she's been doing these videos for like 4 years. Okay, so she's not new to this, but she's kept the format pretty much the same. You notice it's all done on the phone and it's all done like selfie mode and there's just talking. Okay, so that's it. So a month ago she decided to monetize the channel after being on the platform for like 4 years, and then things just started going crazy for her. And it's absolutely amazing as well. So we'll play the latest short.
I'm scared. I'm scared to refresh it. 39,000. Okay, I'm gonna refresh it, y'all. Are you kidding me? I'm scared to refer.
Oh my goodness, that's absolutely amazing to see. Like, I love it. Got so much energy in it. Unbelievable. Alright, so that was an example of a short from doughdash. That's like the style of content. Please drop this beautiful young lady a follow. She's absolutely awesome. And not only is she doing amazing content, but she's keeping it minimal. She's being completely transparent about things, and she's also full-time now, thanks to all the support from everyone else. So I think it's something that you gotta respect it, like, so much, like the grind. Like, 4 years of doing videos is a long time. It's a long time of putting content out every day and making sure that you spend time to do it. It is an art form, it is a discipline, and it's something that we all need to make sure that we tap into, like, every day if we can. Okay, so she's mentioned about having a strong work ethic, and I think that's most important as well in this space, because you can't rely on, any handouts and things like that. You've got to put the time in. Alright, so I find it very interesting because when you look at the objective data with things, people are actually getting monetized directly from YouTube purely because it's the association with doughdash. Maybe they've got some advice from doughdash and she's just gone for it. But whatever it is that's happening right now, it's affecting a lot of people, but it's a different type of people it's affecting. It's affecting the more, I want to call them like high vibrational, the more conscious, the more empathetic people. I feel like there's more of an amount of those types of people right now, especially if you're a content creator and you're finding this content. I've reached out to a few people in her community, and I've dropped some subscriptions to their channel. Big shout out to Angela, by the way. She's wonderful. And it's things like this which are transforming, because you're both using language which is of light and of love, and when you get to that level with things, we're not talking about like people who just like casually turn up. These people genuinely care and they check in every day, and to be honest with you, they're like the perfect fan. Like, they really are. Right, so here's like one of the things that I'm really interested in, like charts and diagrams and looking into like human systems and how we are operating on this very strange planet that we call Earth. What you've got is how are these like viral trends all connected, and how are they influencing us as content creators? Well, as I was talking about just now, that we're able to connect with a lot of these fans from doughdash, and it seems to be high vibration, it seems to be empathetic, seems to be a lot of love and care in there. And I think that's awesome that she's cultivated these kinds of people. This is kind of what I've been looking for a very long time. But it could well be that you've also been looking for that too. And guess what's going to happen? We're going to go on each other's pages. We're going to drop a like because we want to make sure that everything counts. And then we're going to leave a comment because it costs nothing to leave a comment at all. And you know what? I love going on pages and seeing that no one's left a comment. I'm like, you know what? I'm first. I love to do it. Viral trends have become more than just opportunities for views. They're roadmaps into visibility. Platforms like YouTube prioritise trending content because it keeps people watching, commenting, and more importantly, sharing. Creators like doughdash know this and use viral moments to boost their visibility. But here's the trick. It's not just about copying a friend. It's about adding your own flavour, and doughdash is an expert at doing that. As content creators, whether big or small, we can learn a lot from this. It's all about finding the balance between riding the wave of a trend and staying true to your own style. The audience can tell when you're being authentic and they love it. So a message to all of you doughdash fans out there: don't give up, keep the grind going, let's all get connected, let's all build communities together, and maybe we can take this all the way to the moon. If you wanted to get a really quick guide on content creation, don't forget to check out my 1-minute short and also my video on about deconstructing the pyramids of support and creation. Okay, so thank you all so much for tuning into the podcast. Mine has been Aly Kat. If you really like the content, you could give it a thumbs up and also make a comment or subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. We've got more guests coming onto the show, and if there's something you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Until then, stay safe, in love and light.